Where do I start?
15 years ago, I lost 160 pounds naturally without diet pills or surgery right here on YouTube and maintained it for almost 15 years. Then a car accident led to about 30 pounds of weight gain in less than a year. I'm diabetic and just started my Mounjaro journey. I typically walk 15,000 to 20,000 steps per day because I work at a hospital. Can I lose the weight again? Join me for Table Talk.
Hi, hello. Welcome to Let's Get Food Fit, and let's get right into it. I did start taking Mounjaro on Saturday, so it's been 72 hours. And how have I felt? So I already had acid reflux, but it's been very mild. I did see my GI doctor and there was no need for medication. This is, of course, prior to taking Mounjaro. I do, however, eat spicy foods often. That includes chicken curry, which I love. But again, I do handle the acid reflux over the counter. So since I started taking Mounjaro, it's been very mild, and it has been pretty easy to sleep, but wait until the end because I'm going to talk about how I feel directly after I eat. I have to make sure I stay hydrated. Plus, I love water. My weight on the day that I took Mounjaro on Saturday was 176.2 pounds, and I'm going to go ahead and weigh in weekly. However, I did weigh in at the 3-day mark, and I will let you know what I weigh now. But from here forward, I will go ahead and weigh myself once a week. But what I have been monitoring is my blood sugar. And for about 15 years, since losing 160 pounds, I've been able to keep my blood sugar stable. Recently, after being rear-ended in a car accident, I did gain some weight, and I noticed that my blood sugars were fluctuating. They were still in control, but the higher end of being in control. And I'm usually at the lower end. I don't take insulin, and I've been able to keep my blood sugars in control. I just didn't want it to get out of control since I did end up gaining roughly about 30 pounds since the car accident. And I know you're probably going to ask, I lost 160 pounds, and 30 pounds is a small percentage, but it happened so quickly in a year. So I wanted to make sure I managed that, and I decided after thinking about it for a while that Mounjaro was my best option. So I have been checking my fasting blood sugar, and I was surprised to see how quickly it stabilized after I took Mounjaro on Saturday. I checked Sunday morning, and my fasting blood sugars were getting back to normal. And that's something that's really been a positive so far. And I'm also going to continue monitoring it because a couple of good readings doesn't tell the full story, but it is a good start, definitely. And I do think that sometimes we forget that, Mounjaro is a diabetes medication as well. Of course, we know it as weight loss, and that is definitely a benefit, especially when you're diabetic. So that's going to be secondary for me. My first is I want to make sure that my diabetes is in control. And I will say after 3 days, it is in control. If you're enjoying my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I do want to add the 160 pounds that I lost previously was 15 years ago, and I did do that naturally. And There's no judgments. I believe that if you're speaking to your doctor and you're doing it in a healthy way, that is the best way. And at that time they didn't have GLP-1s. I'm not sure if I would have went on it at that time or not. I was a lot younger, and I was able to lose weight pretty quickly. And in addition to that, right now I do walk 15 to 20,000 steps. Every time I work at a hospital 12 to 13 hours a day. And that does help me stay active. But now that I'm older, it's been harder to lose the weight. And I did think about it for a really long time. And this is the decision that I decided. And especially with the weight gain in the past year. And when I lost 160 pounds, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't also losing muscle. So when I worked with a personal trainer during maintenance, this was after I lost the weight, I did retain muscle, and I used DEXA scan, which I really love. I do that 2 to 3 times a year, and I'm going to be doing the same now, especially with Mounjaro. And when I spoke to my cardiologist, he did say that there could be muscle loss, and I'm aware of that. But I'm also going to weight train on my days off, which after a year and having the left shoulder surgery, I've now got back into. So that's really important to me, is to make sure that I'm retaining muscle, not losing muscle, especially when you're getting older. For the first time in my life, I'm actually not that hungry. I feel satisfied after eating a quarter or half of my meal. Even when I was maintaining and losing weight previously, that wasn't the case. It was discipline that took me through that. And yes, I had days that I was really satisfied, but because I'm so active, I'm also able to eat a little bit more carbs, especially in the morning. And now, I still eat carbs. I'm not against carbs, but I just keep it to where it gives me energy, and I eat the right carbs, and I eat them early in the day. I don't eat right before bed ever. I just don't feel good when I eat and then sleep on my food. So this is something that actually is very different, and I want you to keep in mind, I'm at the lowest dose of Mounjaro. I'm at 2.5 milligrams, and it's only been 72 hours, and I do notice that I'm not as hungry, and I'm not starving. I'm getting enough calories in, of course a calorie deficit, and that is how I've already lost 3 pounds, but I feel great. I don't feel low energy, as you can probably tell. I'm sleeping great. Acid reflux has been very minor so far, but again, just to reiterate, I am at the lowest dose, so time will tell. And I do hope that you join me on my journey, as I will be making videos during the time that I'm on Mounjaro, and I'll be weighing in weekly, but in between that time, I will also make some update videos and videos talking about any symptoms that I might have, and talking about my journey. So I do hope that you join me, and after the first 72 hours, I feel really good about my decision. Thank you all so much for watching. Between my master's in nursing, which is a clinical leader program, making videos, and working at a hospital, life is definitely busy. If you'd like to support my channel, you can always buy me a coffee. It's very much appreciated. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.